Hello, everyone. How are you all doing today? Hi, Derpy. Hi, Mika. Hi, V. Hi, Ghost. Thank you for the hydrate. Hi, Curator. Hi, Maro. Where's my water? There's my water. How are you all doing today? I had kind of a long day. Like it didn't start out bad or anything, but let me drink the water real quick. Didn't start off bad or anything. Didn't end bad for that matter. Um, but like once the store opened, like people were just very needy. A lot of people needed help with like little things. So it was just kind of an exhausting day. We've got about 15 seconds left on the ad break, and then we'll go ahead and bring you all in, and we'll get started on everything. Oh, I do not have fishing turned on today. I thought we'd try not having that. There we are. All right, let's bring you guys in. We'll get you introduced to our guest for the day. Why do I feel like oh yeah. My viewpoint's like way low. That's okay. That's okay. I need to I need to kiss the camera with my forehead. Maybe here, let me just recalibrate real quick. I'm gonna get up and recalibrate for you guys. Okay, that is much better. Now I can kiss you guys properly. I don't know what happened there. How are you all? How are you all doing today? Did you have a good day? I hope so. If you didn't, well, it's over now. You can relax. You can just listen to us talk. Hi, Langy. Derpy, you're doing good. Think you got everything settled? That is great to hear, Derpy. I am so glad. Yeah, it sounded like you took care of everything like super quick. Hi, Rope. Wow, it just because I always call them HR, and like just because you're here, I just went for Roko. I never call them that. Hi, Jack. Thank you for another hydrate, Ghost. Hi, Kitten. Hi, Shadow. It's good to see all of you. Mwah. All right, let's go ahead and... Whoops. I need to get used to the camera angles. Let's bring V in. All right, they can hear you now.
Hello. Hello.
All right.
Hello.
Do we both sound good? Do we sound all right, you guys? Hopefully there's...
Two jappers. That'd be sounding good.
Hopefully the sound is okay for y'all. Yay? Nay? Hi, Super. It's good. V sounds low? Okay, let me turn V up a bit. All right, go ahead and say a little bit of whatever.
Does it sound better now?
Is that better? Too loud? Better? Okay, perfect. Hi, Mika.
Nice.
And if you guys happen to somehow don't know who V happen to not know who V is, we do have his link up. Oh, thank you for the sub, Super. Yeah, I'm glad to be here too. Oh, he's so glad to be here. Who wouldn't be? I'm pretty great. So is V, but this is my stream. I'm great. Hi, Toast.
Exactly.
I have not set up the new headset yet, Toast. I didn't really have a lot of time yesterday, and I'm not gonna have time today, so I'm gonna set it up after work tomorrow. I got Dram got me the big screen Beyond, like 2 or whatever,
Ooh.
for like, it was originally going to be a Christmas thing apparently, but it took them a long time to get it all sorted. So now it's an early Valentine's thing. And oh my gosh,
Ooh.
it is
Hell yeah.
so tiny. I can't believe how tiny it is. And like,
It
I
is, right?
I tried, because they like take your face measurements and stuff. And so like,
Mm.
I tried the thing, I put it up to my face, and oh my god, it's perfect. It fits perfect.
Oh, you did the with the whole scanning your face and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah. And like, I didn't know what it
Mm.
was for at the time. Like, she just had me like doing all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, like, why do you need this? And she's like, don't worry about it. And
I just
so
want to see your face.
like, she's gonna have a bust sculpted of me or something. Hi, Warby. We haven't seen you for a while, I don't think. I feel like it's been a little bit. Got a new headset. Yeah, Derpy, check the virtual club. I mean, I didn't. There's not a picture of the headset itself, but I sent a picture of the box. Okay, thank you for another hydrate ghost. Hi, Rowan. Hi, Jarvie. Ooh, Langy, 35 streams. Thank you. Don't worry, you guys. We will get to the interview in a couple minutes here. Just getting distracted. This is basically what the interview is going to be as well, though. It's just going to be a bunch of yapping. Um, I don't know if I said hi to Scuba. Hi, Scuba. Hugs for everyone who's just coming. Why does my view keep? Wait, is my? I don't know. Maybe I just need to have this up higher. I don't know. Hello, everyone. Everything, it just seems like off. I don't know. I'll have to play around with it after. What is Virtual's favorite Halo weapon? What is your favorite Halo weapon, V? Do you have one? Have you even played
My
Halo? Do you care
favorite
about it?
Halo weapon? I mean,
And
I
why is
grew up
it the
playing Halo,
Needler?
so or why is dual wielding needlers your favorite weapons? Uh, that's a tough one though. It's been such a long time since I played Halo now, so but yeah, I mean, of course, Needler is up there, but no, I think it's a sniper one for me.
Okay. There you have
I
it.
don't remember the name of it, but the human side's
Yeah,
sniper
yeah.
rifle.
Well,
Yes, the sound and
that's it.
everything.
That's it for today's interview. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. Bye bye,
Favorite weapon
folks.
is
See you next
human sniper
time.
rifle. Bye. All right. Well, let's get properly started. Oh, hi Pinky. Okay, not yet. I need to say hi to Pinky and a few other
Oh,
people.
hello,
Hi
Pinky.
Pinky.
And
Hi
hello, everybody
Nerebian.
else.
Hi Jord. I think I missed you somewhere. I see you. I see you receiving love though. Um,
Mm,
Voice
I
seems to
appreciate that,
be
guys.
all in the right channel. So it sounds good. Thank you for another hydrate ghost. All right, let's go ahead and start the interview after this drink for real this time.
Mm-hmm.
I missed that emoji so much, Pinky. Like
Oh
it,
yeah,
the
is he
cursed
showing off the
one.
disgusting ultrasound one?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. He was so happy the other day when he showed it off. I was
I
like,
know.
"Yay, I found
He
it!"
he
And I'm like,
came.
"Oh,
It's just like, that is Pinky for me. Like, it doesn't
that
feel
is
like
Pinky."
Pinky
Yeah.
without that. And so he came in and just like posted um the big like emote version of it where you size it
Yeah,
up.
yeah,
And I was like, oh my gosh, it's back.
yeah. He was happy. His
Um,
signature sign.
Okay, let me pull up. Oh, Twixie. I thought it said Jinxie for a second. Wholesome Twixie, thank you so much for the follow.
Hey yo, hello Trixie.
Yes, hello Nerebian. Gosh, this is gonna be
Everybody's showing up.
this is gonna be such a slow interview. Like this is gonna be like when we had Mika, just two yappers. We're gonna get so distracted, but it's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to this interview.
No, so am I. So am I.
All right. Well, I think first things first. Do you want to introduce yourself a little bit? Not that, like, seriously, everyone here probably knows you already. But do you want to just tell us a little bit about yourself, like what your stream is like? Kind of just, however you would introduce yourself to some raiders, I suppose.
Yeah, the regular raid introduction would be, well, like, I'm V, and of course that's short for the virtual escape, and the whole concept of, I guess, my stream would be, well, it's supposed to be a virtual escape. You should come to my stream to hang out, yes, listen to good music, enjoy the vibes, stop thinking about what's going on out there in the real life, in the real world, and just, have a good time.
And I think you succeed in that very well. Like every time I pop into your stream, at least, it does always feel like, it's just a nice little sanctuary for, whoever wants to get away from the real world. Is that why you came up with the name specifically, or did you have the name before that?
Yeah, I started out using the name Virtual Escape, and I've only been streaming under that name for soon to be a year and a half. But I have been using that name for probably closer to 3 years.
Okay.
So I first started out posting pictures on Instagram. And yeah, that was the whole idea was to build a community where where like-minded people would gather and just not focus so much on what's going on in their everyday lives, and just have this as an escape.
So do you consider your I guess your brand, do you consider it to be community first, stream second, or because your Discord is very much thriving, would you still want to have the community if there wasn't the stream, or is it kind of just one in the same?
Yeah, I would say it's one and the same, but it's that's a tricky question almost. But it's of course I want the community. The community is the main focus of the thing, and then my stream is basically my way to reach out to new people, to bring more people into the community. So
you're
you
recruiting
could say the stream is the advertisement. Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And I think you've been doing a great job building a community as well, because I always see people, chatting in your Discord. It's always thriving, and people show up to your stream. You've got a lot of regulars. And do you
yeah, it's been growing pretty quickly.
Do you,
to be honest,
oh, hello, Red Kitsune Hound. How are you doing? And hi, Jord. How are you all doing? Oh my gosh, double stuffed Oreos, Nerevian. Those should be okay. This is my like very passionate thought. I think double stuffed Oreos should be like default Oreo. Like double stuff should just be the standard. I think it is
Hmm.
just the right proportion of cookie to cream. Anyway, thank you, Nerevian. Thank you.
I totally get behind that statement.
Double stuffed is just so good. Anyway.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, I kind of lost my train of thought there. But building,
Oreos.
I love Oreos. Every time I get Oreos in the house, I will eat all of them, and Dram will get maybe like four of the Oreos in the package.
Mm.
Um, are you are you happy with where the community's at now? I mean, of course you're like happy with how well it's done, but like are you at a place where if you stopped here you'd be satisfied, or is there a lot more that you have planned for it? Like are there um future partnerships with other groups? Do you want to have like you already have quite a few regular events, but are there more things you want to incorporate? Kind of a
I mean,
big
it would be,
question.
yeah, it would be fun to be able to do, like, of course, like maybe clubbing events in, like, together with someone that is part of the clubbing experience and all that. Because personally, I'm not really that deeply involved in that, but it would be fun to like bring the community on something like
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
or just in general, like just be able to plan bigger stuff in the future. Because like right now, even though it's everything is way bigger than I ever thought that anything would be when I first started out. Because like my first like goal for my first year was maybe reaching 500 followers
Yeah, you
a
you've blown
year
that out of the
a
water.
year in. Yeah, a year in, and I was already at like a little over 1,000 followers, and I had a Discord channel with more than 200 people, and it's like I don't know what happened.
Do you ever feel overwhelmed by how fast it's grown, or do you feel like you've been handling it well?
I know that there's been some things that happened over the time that I've like probably could have handled differently. There's been, the typical. There's been misunderstandings. There's been drama. There's
Of
been
course.
like stuff that happens to basically everyone. But no, I think I've handled it pretty well.
Yeah, and like,
There's still a lot of stuff to learn, that's for sure.
oh, absolutely. And like, those things that pop up, like there's always going to be things that like we still need to learn. Like, at the end of the day, I think um streamers and just public personalities as a whole, whether it's celebrities or even, like a news anchor or something, like anything that's in the public eye kind of gets put on a pedestal. And I don't mean that in any sort of like, I idolizing sort of way necessarily, just like, um, oh, Pinky, thank you for the gifted subs. That's so much. Let me give you a hug real quick. You're so sweet, Pinky. Mwah. Um, but yeah, anytime that you have these public figures, there's like certain expectations that they're gonna behave, they're gonna have more of a grasp on how to handle things. But at the end of the day, you know, we and all the others are all just human, and we're figuring things out as we go too. Like, Most of us
Yeah,
just pop into this streaming thing as a hobby and then we're like, oh, this is actually going well, you know? So
yeah, yeah,
yeah, there's always stuff to learn, but I
absolutely.
I do think that you conduct yourself very professionally on stream, and that actually that actually kind of leads in to I wanted to talk about the visual nature of your stream, like the layout, how you have the camera focused and everything. All of that
Mm-hmm.
looks incredibly professional. Like you have it set up so nicely. It doesn't feel like someone who's, only been streaming for going on a year and a half. Did you have any experience in something similar like photography or cinematography or anything like that? Or did you just kind of
Well,
figure it out as you went?
like, photography has always been a hobby of mine, like IRL. And as soon as I found the camera system in VRChat, or found as soon
Thank you
as
for the
they
hydrate, Ghost.
made the camera system better, I started experimenting more with it, and I guess basically since um, I don't remember when that first came into fruition. Someone made a plugin called VRC Lens that was a
Right,
prefab
yeah.
that got it, and that's still used today, and it's been updated, and it's even better now than it used to be. But that's how I got introduced to like these amazing camera effects that you actually do have here in VRChat. Um, and then like a while later, VRChat themselves actually took a lot of those things that was in VRC Lens and copied it over to their own system. So now we have like you can create the bokeh effect with the focus and all that stuff, and you can the aperture exposure is like something that they actually added quite recently. You got the dolly system now where you can have the cameras pan if you want, make like scenic stuff. Someone that makes use of that like really well, if you like a streamer that makes amazing camera work, you should definitely look up someone called Neat, a
How do you.
dancer here.
Is it just N
They
E
have
E T?
NEET, yeah.
Right.
They are absolutely crazy good with the camera system, and they on the fly make dolly thingies, and it's like it's so
I
cinematic and
I
it's so good.
still
So I
have not
appreciate.
even learned how to use the dolly.
No, I've been experimenting with it a little bit, and it can it needs some work to make it more. Because like now it's
User
kind of
friendly.
daunting if you don't really know exactly what
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
doing. So yeah, so they should make it more user friendly for sure.
So
They could have a simple mode or an advanced mode.
do you still
Easy.
use VRC lens, or do you mostly just use the in-game cam? Oh,
No, I only use I use VRChat's own camera system.
okay, okay.
Um, Not until
Hi,
I get my own
KB.
5090 I will start using the VRC lens.
So KB says that V's amazing, but oh, I wasn't supposed to tell you that. Never mind.
Oh,
Forget I said anything.
oh,
Oh,
yeah. No, KB has a tendency to tell me that every time, and
I
yeah.
mean, not wrong, not
Thank you,
wrong.
KB.
Like you wouldn't have grown this fast. You wouldn't have this much of a loyal community if you weren't amazing. So, yeah, it's totally accurate. Thank you for the hydrate, Pinky.
I appreciate that. For me, it's still super weird to hear people say that about me, but
Have how have you adjusted to being more in the public eye? Like, it feels weird to refer to it as celebrity, but on a level it is, you know, a minor celebrity status. Um,
yeah.
how has that like fully sunk in for you, or does it feel any different from before?
Yeah, yeah, it feels a little bit different, but it's not. It's not like I still have only been identified in the wild, quote unquote, like a couple of times. So I don't really see myself as like that
Yeah, yeah.
famous.
What was
But yeah, I was actually in a public rest and sleep
oh,
during these times, and people have come up to me and they're like, "Wait, you're that this and that person, right?" And I'm like, "Yep,
that's
I'm the
really
one."
cute.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. That's
It's
actually how I came across Ari.
which one? I don't.
If you know who that is. Cute
Oh,
Ari
oh,
is
okay,
the
okay, yeah. Like you just
yeah.
happen to stumble into each other in a
Yeah, I was I
random
was I
world.
was hanging out there, and then all of a sudden I saw someone like coming up to me, and they didn't really want to bother me, so they came up but didn't really say anything, and I noticed them, so I was like, "Do you want something?" And they were like, "Are you that person?"
Oh
And
my
yeah,
gosh, that's adorable.
yeah.
That is
So that
so
was me
cute.
and Ari's first interaction.
Have you have you done anything with Ari since then? Have you like started a streamer
Yeah, she's
friendship at
actually
all?
been. Yeah, we've hung out a couple of times on stream. I yet to be on her stream, but she's been on mine a few times,
Nice.
hanging out in the background and just being a wiggly mute.
I
And
think
we hang out like outside of stream occasionally.
I think that's one of the things that your stream does really well, and I think it's also one of the reasons people enjoy being there and it feels like a community is you very frequently have um like we'll call them background characters. You'll have, whether they're viewers or just, your friends or whatever, like you'll have
Yeah.
people in the world with you, and I think that really
Yeah, I usually
lends
bring
to
in. Yeah, I usually bring in during the weekends. I bring in my like some of my closest friends.
your little entourage.
So yeah, so it's like well, Twixie that we had in here before. Neko is also a character that a lot of you guys really enjoy. And Frosty, of course. Those are the most common ones. Used to be someone called Saltcat as well, but they have disappeared. They do that
um
occasionally as well. So it's like I've known them. I've known most of these people actually for more than like 5-6 years.
oh wow.
Twixie, Twixie is the one that I've known the longest, and we know each other IRL too. So we've known each other
that's
for more than 10 years.
That's crazy. I do not have any online relationships that old. We have a couple comments and then also a couple
Mm-hmm.
questions. So
Okay.
KB says, I see it as family rather than a community, which I can totally see that. Like it does seem like
Mm.
it's just an extended family, and I'm sure you have a lot of I know there's a lot of, queer people in my community, and I'm sure in yours as well. And within the queer community, there's always a very strong sense of found family. So I'm sure that carries over to what you've given everyone in this community.
Yeah, I would say so.
And
And that is also something that it means a lot to me when people say that.
oh, and
It's
then
it's not just a casual little hangout that you just come to every now and then. It's actually, you know, a place that people really, really enjoy and they want to be in. And that's nice.
so I guess sorry, I'll get to your comment super in a moment, but that kind of made me wonder if it is kind of like a big family. Do you see yourself as like the father figure, or do you see yourself in some other sort of familial role in this community?
I mean, there's a lot of you out there that keep calling me daddy and stuff, but that's in a wholly different regard. But I maybe a little bit still, if like on a serious note, there's. I guess I've always made sure to let people know that like my DMs are open, and so like if they want to come to me with something, they are more than free to do so. But that's I've noticed as well, like let's say yes, for the past month or so, since the Discord has become so active, there's been a influx of very active members recently, and therefore I see like almost organically there's communicating between different members happening without me being involved, and problems getting solved, and it's like that's also really, and I feel like that's kind of like the whole family dynamic as well. Like everyone takes care of each other.
Yeah. It's kind of like watching your kids grow up and then being able to, take
A
care of
little bit, yeah,
themselves instead of
yeah,
you having to like fix everything.
yeah. It's really nice to see that everyone is first of all respectful of each other, and sure they make jokes and like bully each other a little bit, but it's all with
It's
love and
time
in
honored
mind.
tradition in stream communities
Hmm.
is teasing.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, so Super also had a comment. I think the truest testament to V's influence is that during a rather catastrophic low, which V can choose to talk about, the community instantly rallied. And where most people would sink into defeat, V kept going and fought back. Not just for themselves, but to keep what they built for others that loved the stream. V shows strength in adversity and love for their community, and it's truly beautiful in every sense of the word. So that's Super's
Oof.
comment. Very
I mean,
beautiful and
it's super. So
eloquent,
I'm
Super.
not even surprised that he formulated himself like that. I
Right,
appreciate
right.
that, Super.
Super is always so sweet.
Mm. But yeah, I think I know what he's talking about, and I think he's talking about the fact when I got hacked,
Oh, right, right.
and when I almost lost my VR chat account, I lost my Discord, and I lost my email as well.
That is
That was
incredibly
connected to
scary.
a bunch of this. Yeah, that was kind of. But luckily I noticed pretty early on that this hacker was not a professional at all. He
Thank
was,
goodness for that, I guess.
yeah, he probably didn't even know what the hell he was doing, to be honest. But still, it created a lot of issues for me that
Yeah.
meant that I had to restart my Discord server, which is now called, thanks to the community, is called the V Hub. Um, and thanks to thanks to some of my friends as well that helped me out to rebuild the new Discord server, and then for everybody else that just stuck with it as well. and followed along over to the new. Luckily, also I finally got my VR chat account back eventually,
And
so I didn't have to do anything with that at least.
as scary and as much of a hassle as it is, it does serve as like, what was already a strong community kind of gets bonded even tighter over something like that,
Yeah,
making it through that, adversity, like Super
yeah,
said. It it really just makes the bonds that much stronger.
absolutely.
Warby, I saw your question. We are gonna get to that later. Pinky
Oh,
says, why is V so darn cute? Thoughts?
why is V cute? I don't know. I'm as little old me.
Hi
No,
Tequila, hi Dale,
I guess it's just
hi Goji.
how the heck am I gonna supposed to answer that question? That's up to you guys to answer that question.
Jord also says, you can do it, daddy.
Oh, see, there it is.
Pinky says that V is definitely a father of the community. That's why I call him V Daddy, because he's our daddy.
Mm.
Sorry, I'm just kind of trying to speed through the chat a little to see if there's anything else we need to address. These streams, I always feel bad because I don't tend to the chat quite as much as I usually
No,
would.
that's fine. You should tend to the goblins.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so last one, and then we'll move on. Uh, KB says V3 Daddy is his number plate.
Oh my god.
Hi, Cheese. How are you doing? Oh, we're just doing an interview, Cheese. We're just meeting up with Virtual Escape to talk about his stream and community and anything else that really strikes our interest.
Mm.
Let me actually see, because we've mostly been focusing on the stream, and we've kind of touched on a few of the stuff already. I did want to touch more on the development of your stream identity. And I think you're a lot like me in the sense that we both try to be like very genuine, where we don't really have like, a a stream persona that's like, just an act or anything. It's very much just us. But
Yeah.
as far as like the personality of the stream itself and your avatar and everything, like what went into all of that? Like, were you using the avatar before you started streaming, or did did you make an avatar specifically for the stream?
The avatar that I used to when I started out was an avatar that I think I just started to use it like maybe 6 months before I actually started the live stream,
Hi
where I
Zay.
actually started to like do some smaller customizations to it and stuff. Um, but no, I don't think I've ever had like the the live stream in mind when I've made my avatars. I think my avatars is just like what I like. I just make what I like, and I mean this is my recently made new face of the channel. So this I actually introduced this avatar to the community like a little over a week ago or so.
Has it been pretty well
So
received overall?
I would say so, yes. Which made me very happy because it's been like my other avatar called Split. Um, I used that one for close to, I think in total it was like almost 3 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I've spent since I started out customizing it, I've probably spent more than 120 hours on customizing
Dang.
it.
That is
Yeah,
crazy.
so yeah, and it's like in for a lot of people that are playing VR chat, you know that when you like avatars, they grow old pretty quickly. It's like an avatar that is 6 months old can feel old, and then there are those who hold up a little bit longer. But like when we're talking about a year, then it's like an avatar is ancient. But I've kept split going, but with like constantly adding more things and like changing things. Like Bambi herself, the creator of the Abbey, literally said that I no longer have to call it split. I could call my avatar my own.
You very
So
much have made it your own. Like
yeah,
most people will see that and think, "Oh yeah, that's just V."
yeah. And I think when I'm done with this one, because this one has I've just gotten started with this one. The only thing that I've done to this one is add a couple of new hairstyles, the iconic eyes, of course. I customized the face like right away, and well, of course, I had to put the logo in a specific place
So,
for no reason.
right, right. This is a wholesome game.
Hmm.
We don't think too
Yeah.
deeply about this sort of stuff.
Uh-uh.
Um, so avatars do become very personal for people in VR chat.
Yeah.
And we actually have someone who kind of commented on pronouns in the chat. So I want to kind of lead into that.
Huh?
You do identify as just cis guy, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, so
I'm a straight up dude wearing a female Abby in VR chat.
which, is one of the things I love about VR chat is the blending and blurring of like gender roles, gender lines, gender norms. Um,
Yeah.
what led to your decision to use a female Avi? Was it as simple as you just liked how it looked, or was there any desire for experimentation or anything along those lines?
It's like actually like I get asked this question like on stream every now and then,
I'm not
and it's like
surprised.
no, and it's like, oh wait, you're a dude and you're using a female Abby, and my answer to that is like, yeah, I am a guy, and therefore I like to look at this way more than I like to look at a dude in the mirror, or when I'm looking in the camera, I prefer to look at this because I think this is way more sexy.
Which ironically
So
ironically enough, like, as a trans girl, that in the trans community is like a running gag because so
mhm.
many of us used that as an excuse to play as like female avatars in games and stuff. And
Yeah,
it'd be like,
yeah,
someone comes up and asks that and we're like, oh yeah, I just want to look at a girl's butt instead of a guy's or whatever. And so
yeah,
it's kind of funny that it's like the same thing but like from very different perspectives.
yeah, exactly.
Hi dog, it's good to see you. KB, you love his answer. Yeah, no, but like,
Yeah, they've heard me answer like that multiple times.
and it's such a common thing in VR chat, at least. Like, I don't think you see it in quite as many other things. Like, sure, you'll have um straight cis guys playing as female avatars in like Overwatch or something.
Yeah,
Um, but like I think in a lot of games where there's character customization, I don't think you see as many guys crossing the line into using female avies as you do in VR chat. And I just think
Well, that's
that's
probably
really
true. Yeah.
interesting. Like
Yeah.
I think I think it's got something to do with VR chat being a place that people feel they can experiment a little bit more. But I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you're probably right about that too. Like in a lot of cases, it's probably like for a lot of people, especially like in the trans community and stuff,
Hi,
like
Jarvie.
you you can't just change the way you look, but in VR chat you can with the
Yeah.
click of a button. So I understand the appeal of that too, especially in VR chat, and they do a really good job at it.
Do you ever get frustrated by people? I don't know how often it happens in like Publix or anything, but people thinking that
I
you're.
think I'm just too old to actually care.
That's fair. That's fair. That's that's actually kind of a good leading because I did want to talk about age as well because
Hmm.
VR chat and streaming in general both tend to be they're skewed very young. Do you ever
Yeah.
encounter issues? That's kind of a vague term. Do you ever notice any differences in being an older VR chat player or streamer compared to the younger ones?
I mean, sometimes, sure, I notice that, like, the way people act or it's a tricky one, but yeah, like I would say it's more the way that people like talk and act. Maybe sometimes there you notice that, oh God, I feel old now, but um I don't really feel that much different from a lot of people that I
Right.
are, especially not the people that I've like gotten to know in not only in VR chat but
Hi,
like in
Twerk.
the
Hi,
whole
Cyber.
streaming side of things too. I mean, I gotten to know a bunch of people through rating and all that.
Yeah.
So, and I know that some of the people that I follow and that are following me and that are streamers as well, some of them are really young, like early 20s or so, but there are some of them that are closer to my age as well. But I mean, I'm ancient regarding to what we're talking about here, so but I don't feel like that, so I feel like I'm a pretty youthful spirit.
I think you certainly put off that persona at least. Like, that sounds like you're acting. You put off that. You give that impression. Like,
Yeah,
I
I mean,
definitely
most
get a
people when
more
they guess my
youthful
age, they
impression.
are usually more than 10 years off, so
I think that's common for a lot of the older players in VR chat. I don't know so much about the stream side of it, but like in VR chat, I'll see it a lot where like I'm 35, so not like super old or anything, but as far as VR chat is concerned, I'm kind of up there. And I'll get a
mm,
lot of people surprised at my age, and I'll find myself being surprised when I hear someone else is around the same age as me. I think there's just that we know there's a lot of younger people, and so we just kind of expect it. And I don't know. I think age is a state of mind. Absolutely, Shadow.
yeah.
Absolutely. And I think that's one of the things that brings a lot of us to VR chat is we have like we may be at different ages, but I think a lot of us find ourselves at similar points in our lives. Like my experience is going to be biased by the um, queer community side of things,
Mm,
because for that, a lot of us, regardless of our age, are in a period of discovery or finding ourselves. So we all kind of are in similar parts of our lives, and I think that has a lot more to do with getting along with someone than physical age.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, Going off of the age thing, kind of related, um, how have you found balancing adult life versus streaming, especially being because you're a father, correct?
Yep. Father of two.
And do
Two
you
teenage boys.
that's got to be difficult, like balancing. Do you have a day job as well, or yeah?
Yeah, I work full time.
So balancing, you know, the kiddos, regular adult chores, streaming, the community, your day job, like how do you do it all? Because that's a lot of stuff, and you stream a pretty good amount as well. Like I think you stream more than I do. Because
I
I
stream
usually do
4 days
like,
a week.
okay, yeah, I typically do
Um,
like, I'm currently at 5 days a week for at least 2 hours
mhm,
each, and I think you tend to
yeah.
stream longer than me.
Yeah, I stream three hours Monday, Wednesday, and 4 hours Friday and Saturday.
Do you ever
So
do you ever find it
I
getting in the
I did
way of
stream longer in the
things?
beginning. No, not really. I
Thank you
think the
for the
schedule that I have
hydrate.
now is actually it works pretty well. But yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's been hard sometimes to keep the energy up and keep the spirit up at times, especially when, you know, life is what life is. Sometimes there's struggles for everyone. And there's been a couple of rough patches this last year,
Hi, my
so
hobby.
yeah, it's been yeah, it's been pretty hard sometimes, but I guess my main ally in that case
Bye,
for myself is
cheese.
yes, the fact that I try to be, even though when it's like really bad, I try to focus on the positives.
I mean, that's all you can do sometimes.
Yeah, I know that sometimes that is really difficult to actually see any positives, but if you look really hard, there's always a positive. And if you find it, just cling on to it, and everything will be okay eventually.
Is your family understanding of all the stuff you do with your streaming community? Like they understand how important it is and stuff, or do they ever
I
get
mean,
resentful of it?
yeah, my kids are like, sure, they probably aren't like super proud that their dad is wiggling their ass on stream, but but they support what I do, and they know that I have fun doing it. And like my youngest son, he told me the other day that one of his friends apparently found my stream, and he was like, "Holy fuck, those models are hot as hell." So I don't know. I guess
All right, so your
I
kids'
guess it's
friends
not
think
all
you're
bad.
hot.
Yeah, and I was like, oh no, did you actually show them? But they managed to find me on their own, and I guess they were totally fine with it. So, and I guess that's also kind of like what is like if you think about it, like what something like this, if someone would have found out like 15 or like 20 years ago that their dad were doing something like that online, they were
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what the hell is going on there? And now it's it's a completely different world we're living
Right,
in right now,
right.
for sure.
Do you, how interested do they get in all this stuff? Like, do they, I don't know, like how old they are in their teens, but is it something where they want to get in VR chat too, or they want to stream as well? Or do they just have like different interests and they don't really care about
Mm,
this stuff?
they have both been trying to live stream.
Oh.
Yeah, my youngest one, he tried to stream Rocket League for a little bit when he was like super determined to get like high ranks on Rocket League. But got deterred by the fact that nobody like really watched because it's a very saturated game to play.
Yeah, for
There's so
sure.
many people playing it, so unless you have a bunch of people supporting you, you're not gonna sadly get any traction playing that. And then my oldest son has been live streaming a little bit as well, and mostly Geometry Dash on his part.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I've told him to like freaking just live stream when you're sitting and building maps or whatever, and just run with it. And but patience, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
TikTok generation, they don't have any patience these days.
And I guess that's
But yeah, they're like with of age, both of them for live streaming. My youngest one, he turned 15 here, just like what date it is? Yeah, 2 days ago actually.
Oh, happy
Turned
late
15,
birthday.
and the oldest one is Jonas, and my oldest one, he will turn 19 in September.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah,
Yes.
so I didn't realize you had an adult child. That's kind of crazy to think
No, yeah.
about.
Oh, and here I have a young one wanting to come and say goodnight.
Good night, young one. You're kind of bored. Oh, why are you bored, Zay? You're not interested? Not interested in the interview? I'm sorry. I'm sorry we're not more entertaining. This is the adult program hour. This is Adult Swim. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Ghost.
Should I hydrate as well for all these
If
hydrates?
you want to,
You're
if
gonna
you
pee
want to.
yourself if you keep.
No, seriously, we are probably gonna do a pee break um in a few minutes here, probably. Celsius. KB says Celsius time.
If you guys want it, I can fix it. I can make it happen.
Yeah, it's up to you guys. You're entertained, HR? I'm entertained too. I'm having a good time. Thank you for the posture check, Derpy. Seriously though,
I'm also very entertained.
I'm gonna lean back again like immediately after this. Back straight, shoulders back, boobs out. Good posture.
Oh, yeah,
now we're
boobs
leaning
out.
back. I mean, yours have been out. Yours have been out this whole time.
Oh no.
Um,
All right, let's
no clicker gambling.
wait. Should we do the thing? Wait.
Yeah, want to do Celsius? I think they want Celsius.
I pulled it out.
Yeah, what's up, Say?
I can't see shit. Do they want me to open it and see if it's a clicker? I actually do have a Celsius can here.
It's up to you guys. Let us know. Do you want me to do KB is saying yes, yes, my hobby, yes, do it. Shadow says
All
I
right.
say no clicker.
No
Yeah.
clicker. Okay. Let's see what it is. You ready? The daily dose of ASMR, even in astral's space. Right, you guys ready? Oh. We got a clicker.
It is very satisfying. It's funny how little things like that can become like an integral part of the stream culture.
Yeah, I think this is probably one of my first like actual traditions
Oh,
of this,
really?
of the live stream. Yeah.
How long has it been
Like-
going?
Ooh. I think I added this pretty early on, actually. I think it's been more than a year.
That's
actually.
that has
It's
been
so
going
yeah.
quite a while then.
I started in the end of August in 2024. 20 yeah, 2024. Like right at the very end, and I think by like October or something like that, I had added the Celsius can. And yeah, again, Orange Crush for statistics. Again, clicker.
Yeah, Zay, you should totally check out V sometime. His streams are always very enjoyable, and you've got some like different different like themed days, right? Like, let me see, you got New Music Monday, Wiggle Wednesday. Um, I don't remember what Fridays are.
Wiggle Wednesday is just basically because it sounds good. I always wiggle.
That's fair enough. Did you did you have any particular expectations or desires with having them themed, or was it just something that you found yourself doing? So you're just like, oh, why not?
It just it just happened, I would say.
Do you
And
ever?
I think that's how the best traditions come to
Honestly,
fruition, to be honest.
yes. The best things
Like
are never planned.
no, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. I feel like our very latest tradition that we've added to the arsenal of traditions, I would say that is Super Hit Saturday,
Okay. I don't.
where we every last Saturday of the month we listen to only 80s, 90s, and early 2000
I
music.
love that.
Yeah, and that's also something that just like I just did that one Saturday, and it just happened to be the last Saturday of the month, and then we were like, we should do this every last Saturday of the month. So that's a tradition now. I mean, it's been going for I think we're going on 3 months,
So, what
4 months even. Yeah.
is your favorite tradition that you've got, or I guess it doesn't necessarily have to be a tradition, but like your favorite like ongoing tradition or lore or anything that's just a part of your stream culture.
Hmm. And I click you saying like right away, but I think it's that.
It's a pretty good one.
Yeah, I think it's the one that we had most. It's brought most attention of all the different. Because I think so far, for example, the Super Hit Saturday hasn't been part of it as long yet, and it happens so like yeah, like again, it's one time every month, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not easy for
it's
people to keep track of yet,
exactly.
and it's probably gonna take a while, and also people come and go, so there's
Yeah.
gonna be me and Neko was actually sitting and talking earlier, and we were reflecting a little bit over the time that has been passing, and we realized that there's been quite a lot of people coming and going over this. Even though a
Yeah.
year and a half is not really that long, it's still quite a while though,
Yeah, no,
and a lot of things
especially
can happen during that time.
online and like in the Twitch space, like things
Yeah,
move really fast. Like I know we've had on our channel here, we've had a bunch of people who like for a while, whether it's like weeks or even months, they'll be like a huge part of the stream and then they just life happens or whatever,
yep,
and they're just gone. Like we have an emote
yeah,
from it's our cool beans emote, and that was for uh that was made in honor of one of our viewers from a long time ago, and probably most of the current regular audience doesn't even know who he is. And
yeah,
so
yeah.
like yeah, it's kind of sad, but at the same time, at the very beginning of when I first started streaming, I I always kind of thought I don't want people to be here forever. Like I love having people as long as they want to be here, but I went through like a Twitch addiction phase where I was genuinely spending all of my free time watching VR chat streamers and like, trying to vicariously live through them instead of doing my own stuff. So I always wanted people to like graduate from watching my stream and go like live their lives, do their things. And so it's always kind of been bittersweet for me when I see people like come and go from
Yeah.
streams. Like I always hope
Oh,
the
I get
best
that.
for
I get that.
them, but I do miss a lot of them. Do you
Yeah.
do you guys have any like stream lore related to like old viewers that just don't show up anymore? Or I don't know how much like lore factors into your stream.
I don't like. I don't. When it comes to lore, like, I don't think there is that much to it in my community or my stream. Especially not like knowing who I'm sitting next to in comparison. Because like to me, you're like the lore master.
I'm
Building your
flattered.
whole
You're
little
sorely
astroverse with
mistaken, but
all the abbeys and stuff. I love that. Um, but yeah, I don't. I mean, we got some stories of some people that there was one person that used to just because that happened. That guy joined pretty early on, and there was during one of those like crazy nights that got
hi dragon.
yeah, it was just a crazy night with a lot of things happening, like fun stuff. And I just needed to open the balcony door to grab some air, like I said. And then that person decided to call me a witch because I grabbed air, which is not supposed to be possible. And that stuck. And that person called me a witch ever
Oh
after
my
that. And
gosh.
I think they followed. They still follow me for quite a while after that. So that stuck, and I'm not sure how many of the like viewers right now who remember that or not. But
KB is
yeah, that
definitely
was
saying he remembers.
yeah.
Hi
KB was around, and
fan.
Pinky was around too. Um, those are the well, of course Twixie and Neko and Frosty was around then as well. Those are the people that I remember that was there at least, and I think that's one of the few like lore bound things that I can come up that comes to mind at least.
I mean, that's like for the most part that's kind of how I handle my lore too. It's just like things will, pop up in the moment and it'll turn into lore.
Mm-hmm.
And then, after that I'll kind of build off of it. I'll play into it and it'll just kind of grow from there. But
Yeah.
yeah, I've always had a hard time with like you'll see the VTubers who like have their debuts and they have like a whole bio for themselves and stuff, and
Yeah.
I don't know, I kind of liked the idea of that, but I could just never do it cuz it felt like I if I did that I wasn't going to be me. But if
I was just about to say I think that is because most VTubers are playing a character.
exactly
We're not trying to be well, like, sure, yeah, we are a character, but we're not
Yeah,
trying to be a character.
yeah, like everyone
We're just
everyone
being
has like
ourselves,
their
but we just
social
happen to look like this in
personas.
VR.
Yes, yes. And so like that's why I think it's easier when the lore just kind of, turns up in the stream, because then it's like it's a shared experience with your viewers, and it's part of, just the stream now. It's not like you trying to put on a different role or anything necessarily.
Mm.
Um, Zay, sorry V, I've been so busy on my. Oh, you're fine, Zay. Um, okay, yeah, I think. Oh wait, super. Question for both of you. Having given a bit of time to VR myself, I found it. Oh, and this is super. I don't know if I said that. I found it helped me
Yeah.
define myself in a new way and open up my experience. So my question is, how did VR define the who you are of you two? I'll go ahead and let you answer that first. It's basically like, how did VR help you figure out who you are? Like, how did it help in your self exploration, if at all?
I mean, for me, it probably helped me realize um me wanting to build a community. I think that side of me was something that I found through VR chat,
So it was like
because
something
I've
that
I've never
came.
really been it, yeah, I've never really had an interest of that since like before, and I guess I think the idea of it came to fruition when I first started out my Instagram and I started to gather a following. Um, and then I was like, it could be fun to like I like having these people
Hi,
like to
downshift.
communicate with, and therefore I felt like when I first started streaming VR chat and noticing like how quickly the community started growing around it, and that's when I realized that this is fun. I like this. So
Is
yeah, that would be my thing that I've like gotten to learn about myself through VR chat.
I'll give my answer as well, but first I wanted to ask, is it always going to be VR chat for you in your streams, or do you ever want to move on to like some
Mostly,
other things?
yeah,
Okay.
mostly VR chat since that's like what it's based of. So that's why my I guess my most of my followers really want me to do as well.
Right,
I know
right.
there's a lot of people that wish for me to do other things as well, but I try to do those things on like outside of my regular schedule. So like if I have a bonus stream, then I might be playing some
Okay.
repo with the community or play Star Citizen or I know it's been a while and I'm sorry for that. I'm gonna make you guys spend some points and redeem a bonus stream eventually. I just haven't had the energy for that lately. There's been a lot, but it's coming. It's coming.
Well, for me, I could honestly go on yapping for an hour just on like how VR helped me become the person that I am today, cuz it's a lot. I originally started VR chat because I never thought I would transition IRL. Like I was at a point where I had just given up and I was very depressed and stuff, and so I was just kind of like, all right, this is my like best chance at, getting to actually be a girl. So, I came in, and then like after a couple years of playing solo, I realized, okay, this isn't enough. I need to transition IRL, and I need to make some friends because I was starting to feel like, okay, I've been a very solitary person my whole life, and now I'm getting to the point where I actually do feel kind of lonely. I want some friends, and that kind of started off everything that led to, where I am now. So that's the very short answer, super. Like I will totally tell you guys like in more detail my entire VR chat journey. Um, but you know, not today. Today's not the time for it. We can definitely talk about it on one of our other Yap streams though.
How will that interview happen? Astral interview in Astral?
Oh my gosh. I need to find another interviewer. I don't know. I don't see many other interviewers on Twitch. I know there was someone, I think they still stream. They go by That One Rebel, I believe. I think that's the name.
Oh, I
And
think I recognize the name.
yeah, they used to do like a whole talk show thing, and they would like interview streamers on their talk show stream, and
Oh,
that
yeah.
was not completely the inspiration for these, but a little bit of inspiration there. And then
Mm-hmm.
I think Neferti does some interviews. I know Novid Player has their YouTube interviews. Hello, Jason Voorhees fan. Thank you for the follow. I really appreciate it. KB says V interview Astral. Down Downshift
Should
says
I ask?
Astralception. Oh
Mm-hmm.
yeah, we're
Astral
always.
should get one of those prefabs where she can clone herself.
Oh my gosh, yes, yes. I I could totally just talk at myself. That would be interesting. Hi Mew, how's it going? I think Zay, I do see your question. I think we're gonna move on to that, but first, I do need a pee break, so we're gonna take a quick
Pee
three
break.
minute, quick 3 minute ad break. Do you want to take a break as well, or would you like me to leave chat with you? Your call.
Oh, we
If
can.
you
You can leave the chat with me if you want.
okay,
I can just pull the chat up here.
okay, perfect. Then I will switch the camera to V, and I will I will leave you guys with him. I am gonna run ads though, so we can get rid of pre-rolls and stuff. So those of you who are subbed, I guess you get bonus V content. No, stop clicking. They decided they're gonna clicker train me to with peeing, so they're
Oh
starting to
wow,
click. Okay, okay.
you guys are so bad. I am the one that clicks.
All right, let me get the ads going, and then I am not clicker trained, Mika. Our Pinky says they need to start doing that to you.
Oh wow, absolutely not.
Okay, slash commercial.
Sub for butt.
Oh my god, yeah. You know about the sub for bot, right?
I know about the sub for butt.
Okay,
God
okay.
damn it, Mika.
Mika is the master of memes. She's the one who
Mm-hmm.
started that. Oh, I missed whatever that
Oh,
was. Give me a sec.
Kitsune followed.
Oh, thank you,
Kenta
Kitsune.
Kitsune.
Okay, I am gonna start the ad break. It'll be 3 minutes. I'll leave you guys with V, and I will be right back. Oh,
Boo.
all right. Ads, ads going. It's all you. I'm gonna mute
Ads going.
myself and leave.
Ooh, I'm taking over the astral realm here. How are you guys doing? You're doing good? No ads. I'm your biggest. Hello, Twixie. Hi, hi. Oh, I love this. It's like I said all along. Astral's so good at this. So this is a lot of fun. It's hard to like. I have a rough time like off the top of my head sometimes coming up with all the things that I want to like say since well you know that English is not my first language, but it's yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I hope I'm not disappointing. The questions are good. The it's just me that might not be super to answer. The lore drops. The celebrity can see us. Uh-huh. Yeah, I see you guys. I hope I'm being good. What do you mean, Kitsune? I'm always good. Oh, you didn't know that my native language is actually Swedish? Mr. V, I got a question. In your statistics, it shows you bully, pouting. Wait, I see. It's a big ass emote. Almost 8 times more than. Jesus, the chat is so small for me here. Oh! Ella gifted 10 subs. Hell yeah. Gonna make sure to tell Astral when she comes back. Heck yeah. I'll say thank you so much for that. Wait, I gotta. Oh, there it is. Astral, get your butt over here. You got 10 gifted subs.
Thank you for Ella. Oh my gosh, thank you for the 10 gifted. That's amazing. I will I
And
will
yes,
give
Roko, I
you
will bully you 8 times more, and I can bully you 8 times more if you keep on pushing it.
right. I'm stealing the camera away. I think
Mm,
is the ad done? I think the ad might be done. Yeah, it looks like the ad is done.
might be
Okay.
done, yeah.
Let me let me give you a hug. Thank you so much, Ella. Mwah. I really appreciate it. How are you doing? Back from ad jail, Goji. Me too. Me too. I'm feeling much better. I feel a couple pounds lighter. All right. Oh, are you? Yeah, yeah, Zay. We're gonna do your question. That's next on our agenda. No clicking, Mika. Let me take a drink real quick. Y'all are in it together. All right. So Zay had a question. Let me scroll back up to it. Um, it was something about if we chose to be VTubers or virtual streamers. All right. So Zay asked, I have questions for both of you. Did you choose to be VTuber or be VR streamers? Or you feel fit in doing VR for streaming? Um, I'm not sure if I understand completely, but I think are you are you kind of asking like if we like started with the intention of being VTubers or VR chat streamers as opposed to like IRL streamers? Okay, okay. So do you want to go first or shall I?
You can go first on
Okay,
this one,
okay.
actually.
Yeah, so um my intention was always to be virtual. And I very specifically wanted to be um a VR chat streamer before a VTuber. Like I go into VTuber mode when I'm playing desktop games cuz I kind of split my time 3 days VR chat, 2 days desktop. So I have my VTuber model for that, but I see myself, if I have to make the distinction, more as a VR chat streamer. I'm never going to stop doing VR chat. Um, as far as IRL stuff, I haven't completely settled on it, but I do think I'll do an IRL stream if slash when I hit 2,000 followers. Um, it just kind of depends on if I feel comfortable enough once we get there. But it's kind of like a tentative goal. I've always been very afraid that I've been afraid of a face reveal because like people when you're a virtual streamer, whether it's a VTuber or a VR chat streamer, people put their own ideas onto like what you look like, or in the case of mutes, what you sound like. So it can be very, very scary to mess with that if if you're doing well. Like there's the insecurity that, oh, if they know what I really look like, they're not gonna I'm gonna lose followers. Whether that's true or not, it's kind of a fear that's there. So I like, even if I do that IRL stream at 2000, I'm still always going to be a virtual streamer. Like this is who I am. This is my online identity at this point. Like I will never shed this form. Um so yeah, it was always very, very intentional for me, Zay. IRL or virtual, Astro will always be at. Oh, thank you, Goji. Thank you. What about you, V?
Well, I started out as a normal webcam streamer. Webcam down in the corner and gameplay on screen. That's how I started my streaming career.
I never
Under a
knew
different
that.
name.
Oh, okay,
No,
okay.
I streamed for almost 10 years actually.
Wow.
So I think that's why I also, like, a lot of people say that, oh, you feel so professional for only been streaming for a year and
Yeah,
a half,
yeah.
and I'm like, yeah, I've been streaming way longer than that. But yeah, I started out like that, and then that never really took off
How,
because
if you don't
either
mind saying, how far in did you get with it? Like, did you get a substantial amount of followers, or did it just never take off at
no,
all?
no, I streamed for 10 years, almost, and I reached just over 700 followers during that time. and I streamed for probably, for the most part, I streamed at least 3 times a week, and at quite a long period of time, I actually did stream almost daily. Um, and yeah, I guess I was just playing the wrong games. I was just playing the same games that everybody else was streaming, and that's why that's why it never really took off. And then after a while, I felt like when it eventually actually did take off, though, that was when I started playing Star Citizen. Then I started to like get some traction, and
I
Star Citizen
imagine
had
it has a probably pretty big browsing traffic population, right?
yeah, it does. And when it finally took off, they released a patch that basically killed the game,
Oh no.
and the game was unplayable. And the people, well, the followers, they wanted Star Citizen. So if I didn't play Star Citizen, they all left again. And then I was like, no, I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. And then an opportunity came up, and the idea of starting to live stream VR chat. And then I was like, yeah, why the hell haven't I been doing that? I've been playing VR chat since 2018. And I started doing it, and here we are.
I think that really speaks to how how big of an impact VR chat has on people, that it's
Yeah,
got its entire own culture. Like the people who watch VR chat streams in Twitch, very often I find that they only really want to watch VR chat. Like, they might follow other non VR chat people, or they might enjoy desktop gameplay from VR chat streamers. But on the whole, the VR chat stream community seems very not inclusive, but like if if you're in it for a while, you kind of just see the same people in different streams. It's a very kind of open but tight knit community. Like
yeah,
people tend to stick in that category.
yeah,
Um,
for sure.
so we have a few comments here that I want to address from chat, and then I think I saw a couple questions as well. Let's
Mm-hmm.
see. Okay, here we are. Um, Pinky would never want in 1 billion trillion gazillion years unfollow you for any reason like that. Oh, that's very sweet, Pinky. And like, I know, like, all of you, whether it's, the crickets or the escapees, you all are like amazing. Like, we seriously have some of the best communities. Like, everyone
Absolutely.
in here is amazing, and I don't think any of the regulars would like ditch me for any reason like that. But I do worry about like the overall follows and views and stuff. I worry would go down if I started doing IRL all the time. And I don't know if I
Mm.
really want to anyway, though. I like doing VR chat. Oh,
Yeah.
Ella,
Yeah. Yeah.
thank you for this, yeah, for the gifted sub. I really appreciate it. No, you were
Lots
gonna
of
say
love for the
something?
astral. Yeah, well,
Oh
I
my
actually
gosh, Ella.
forgot about that pointer earlier with the VR chat streaming and the IRL streaming about face revealing. I actually did have that as a thing, um, where I would say that once I reach 1,000 subs, I would reveal my face. But it's the same thing there. It's like, do I really want to do that though? Because it's like,
Oh my
I
gosh,
mean,
Ella,
some
are
of
you just
you,
sniping
in,
everyone? Thank you so much, Ella. She's just
oh, is
like,
Ella going on
yeah,
a gifting spree right now?
she's hitting individual people. Thank you
No, that's
so
awesome.
much, Ella. Oh, posture check. Back straight, shoulders back, boobs out. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, V.
No, it's fine. It's fine. No, so like face reveal, yes, no. I'm not sure.
It's hard.
It's like what you said earlier too. It's like you're kind of scared that it's gonna ruin the whole like immersion or the
Yeah,
whole
yeah, exactly.
identity kind of. It's because like even though you might not think so, I swear I don't look like this IRL.
Oh, and it's like I heard this was like years ago. I thought it was really funny. I think I was watching a Murder Crumpet stream actually, and
Mm,
like he just casual. They were talking about mutes, and he was just like, "I'm gonna let you guys in on something. The mutes talk. I've talked to the mutes," and I just thought it was
yeah,
like the funny thing, but it's like it's true. Like if
yeah,
it's a real fear for the mute streamers, like that if they unmute, they're gonna take a huge hit, and sometimes that does happen.
yeah.
Um, but yeah,
And I
it's
mean that is also kind of a unique thing for VR chat as well. Like
yeah,
mutes in general is like people are so interested in that,
it's
and
it's
I think
uniquely
it
VR
is a part
chat.
of the mystery. Yeah, I would. Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's like for a lot of people, it is the mystery that you don't know who's hiding behind what you
Yeah,
see.
yeah, exactly. Um, so KB asked, I'm getting a little behind on chat because I'm trying to like address some of the questions
Oh,
and stuff I saw.
astral
But
moment.
yeah, even in an interview, it's gonna happen. um, KB says on that topic, if it's not already been asked, what's the biggest fear as a streamer? So not specifically as a VR chat streamer, but just as a streamer in general. Um, I can take this one
That's a tough
first
one.
if you want to think about it for a sec.
Yeah, I think I had to think about that one.
So obviously I can't speak for everyone, but I think for me, one of maybe not the biggest fear, but certainly one of the biggest fears is that is trying something new. Like you find that, thing that gets you even a little bit of success and you're like, okay, I kind of want to just like keep replicating this. And if you have new ideas, you're like, I think this would be really good, but like, what if it's just a complete flop? So for me, like, try as, and it sounds weird coming from me because I do try a bunch of different things with you guys. I do a lot of different variety things, but it's one of the scariest things is trying something new. There's a level of vulnerability there because you put a lot of your heart into trying to figure out, okay, what would be really fun for the community? What kind of things would they enjoy? And also us as well. We're not just going to do things that we completely hate, but I do want to entertain you guys. I want it to be something you like. And so I think that's one of my biggest fears is trying something new and just having it completely bomb.
Yeah. Yeah, I would. Damn, I really didn't really think about it that way, but yeah, that is probably something similar for me as well. trying to, and I guess that's also one of the reasons why I keep trying to have my ideas like outside of my regular schedule.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I
It feels
tend
safer.
to keep that. Yeah, exactly. Because then the regular show is still going on as usual, but the experimentation takes place outside of it. But yeah, I think it's something. Yeah, I think Astral literally answered the question for me as well with that. I think that sums it up pretty good.
That's kind of one of the reasons I like doing collaborative efforts, not necessarily a stream at the same time collab, because I think I think a lot of people think collabs and it's just streaming the same thing at the same time, but I think there's a lot more we can do with collabs, things like this where it's an interview.
Yeah,
And I would much rather show up on someone else's stream for a collab because then I feel like I can be more experimentative. Like, um, I wanna get more of a network of streamers together. Something like a stream team at least, where
mm-hmm.
we can try things out on each other's streams, and it gives a little bit more of a buffer.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Okay, let's see what else did we have. Let's kind of speed through here. Scuba, as someone who knows what you look like, Astral, you have no worries about an IRL stream. You're cute. Oh, thank you, Scuba. Um, I did have um, Mino is my Avi creator. She's the one who made this Avi, and
Mm-hmm.
I sent her a picture of me recently because I knew what she looked like, and it just came up in conversation. So I'm like, yeah, I'll send you a picture. And I sent it to her, and she's like, you are literally just your avatar. And I'm like, oh, that's like the nicest thing anyone could have said to me. Like, I don't have blue hair, though. I'm sorry to spoil that for you guys. I don't have any blue in my hair.
Oof, it's all lies.
I know, I know. Oh my gosh. Okay, HR. So the feet shower V is saying somewhere are. So the feet shower V is saying somewhere are his streams with his face. I'm getting the gist that it's just you've got a face reveal out there in the wild somewhere in your old
I
streams.
mean, for people that want to do some digging, and yeah, you could actually find my face out there
And I
in old
actually,
clips and stuff.
on kind of a similar note, I do have, because I started being social on the Trans Academy Discord before I started like doing stuff in VR chat and before I started streaming. And there are a couple pictures of me out there in that Discord server with the face blocked out, but there are pics of the rest of me on there.
Mm.
Yeah. For anyone who wants to do some digging. Oh, thank you for the hydrate, Kitsune. Downshift, you watch V for his great personality. I think that's why most people watch any streamer. Like, yes, there's the gameplay element for sure, but I think the dedicated followers, the regulars, the ones who keep coming back, they come for the streamer's personality.
Yeah, yeah, I've actually had that, and thank you, Shift. I appreciate that. Like something that
Hi,
I've joked about
Morgan.
on my stream, and I've had people also like say it multiple times. They come for the views, so they stay for the vibes.
Yeah.
They see something on screen that they find appealing, They come in, they realize that, hey, yo, this is pretty chill, and they stay for the music and they stay for the vibes, and yeah, I feel like that's a win-win in so many ways.
So Shadow mentioned something because Zay was saying I try to fit in, and Shadow said, "Is fitting in really worth being someone you're not, though?" And you're totally right, Shadow, and that
Mm,
ends up becoming um, one of the balancing acts of streaming if you want to grow, because you do need to play into the algorithm at least a little bit,
yeah,
if you want to
yeah, you
see
do.
that growth. But yeah,
Yeah,
it's up to you
absolutely.
where to draw that line. It's actually been something I've been thinking about a lot because um, I do ultimately want to try and get to partner. It's a decision I kind of made relatively recently. It's always been a kind of, yeah, it'd be nice, but
Uh,
it was kind of like within the last month. I'm like, yeah, I think I actually want to go for it. Um,
yeah.
but but yeah, is that something you kind of just do your thing regardless? It feels like you're always just doing the
Yeah,
VR chat
I try to
yapping.
be Yeah, I try to be me as much as possible. Of course, like there's a little bit of a character or persona play in it as well. I mean,
I think that's true of
that's
any social interaction, whether it's
yeah,
IRL
yeah.
or.
Yeah, but it's like in yeah, it is still me though, even though I might
Yeah, yeah.
play a little bit of a character sometimes. It is still based out of me, and that's never gonna change. Because I think that's like part of the I, success, quote unquote, is probably the fact that I've just stayed true to myself. I guess. I actually think that that has been a winning concept.
Okay. Sorry, I've been paying attention, but I've been like scrolling through chat trying to catch up a bit as well. Um,
Yeah.
HR says, Mr. V, question, are you showing your toes to establish dominance during the interview? Or do you just like to show off the dogs for Pinky? It's funny you bring that up because V actually
I
asked before the stream. V's like, should I put shoes on? Is this all right? And I'm like, you're fine. I don't care.
I'm surprised that it took this long for anyone to
That's
actually
true.
mention it.
That's true. Like I feel like
I
every
feel more
time.
comfy like this, okay?
Yeah, we're getting relaxed here.
Leave my toe
This
beans
is
alone.
casual, you guys. Astral always behind. I am always behind. You know me too well, Mayabi. Hi, Nikki. The mutes talk. Been there, done that. Oh, hi, Rumi. It's good to see you. Oh my gosh, we got so behind. Um, oh my gosh, Goji says, I'm getting a little behind on chat. There it is. There's the magic words. We were actually,
Mm-hmm.
they were talking about like some of the most common things I say in on stream, and that was one of them. I'm a little behind on
Mm-hmm.
chat. What do you guys have anything, do you have like a recurring thing you say that chat gives you crap for?
I'm not sure actually if I guess the chat has to answer that question. If I do I have a thing?
Right. Yeah, chat. Does
I
V
think it
have a
would be
recurring
the
thing?
stare.
Okay, what
If
kind of
someone says something that disappoints me, I give them the
Oh
disappointing
my gosh,
stare.
you give them the
Just
dad stare.
yeah, I think that would be my thing. Just get up close and just. Mm.
Shadow, yeah, I will try to remember next time I see Ember. I will try to remember to thank her for the gifted sub for you. Okay, I think we're
Oh,
just about caught up. What were you gonna
hmm?
say?
No, I was just about the gifted sub there. Shadow got one.
Yeah, that one was
That's
actually
nice.
from a while ago. I think I don't remember
Oh, that
within the
wasn't
last
from.
couple
No, yeah,
days.
that was Ella. That was
Yeah,
Ella
Ella
earlier.
Ella was today.
Ella went crazy.
Okay. Oh, Zay, this live is making you emotional. I'm in a good way, hopefully in a good way. Pinky, I love them toes. Lick lick.
Ugh, that's also an iconic thing. That is part of the lore thing.
Pinky's a
Pinky,
foot
the
person.
stinky.
Toe jam peanut butter Ew. Toe jam peanut butter sandwich.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Sheesh.
Looks like we are caught up here. Perfect. All right, let me pull my talking points back up and get us back on track here. I think we've
Mm.
I think we've pretty much like hit all the streaming stuff that I had on my
Mm.
talking list. And of course you guys are welcome to keep asking questions as well, and we're going to kind of just go wherever the conversation takes us. But let's let's move a bit more into VR chat specifically, cuz I did still want to ask, how did you get into VR chat? And I think Warby was actually asking this like towards the beginning of stream, and I'm like, we'll get there, we'll get there. Um, but yeah, how did you get your start? Like, what brought you into
I
VR chat?
actually, yeah, I think it was during COVID
As a lot
where
of
I
us
like
were.
yeah, yeah. I mean,
Oh, I
I
missed a
first
hydrate.
tried
Okay.
it out. I first tried it out like in early 2018, like on desktop only, and just messed around with it. Uh, Played it for a little while, and then I just let go of it for a while. And then I think it was in 2020 or so when, well, yeah, the famous COVID hit. Uh, then I started to get into VR chat more. Um, and I got my first VR headset myself as well.
Oh, so
Got myself a
you
Quest.
were just on desktop
Yeah,
before.
yeah. In the beginning of VR chat for me, it was I probably had like 800 or 900 hours of desktop before I
Oh
got my
my
first.
gosh.
Yeah, yeah. I was a deskie. I was one of those annoying fucking soundboard deskies when I started out.
Yeah, I
But
feel like you don't
like
see
made a lot
those
of
as
friends that
often
way. So
anymore.
yeah, yeah. And also I think that is because people might hate or not really hate, but people might like say that VR is like extremely niche or whatever. But I don't think it is that anymore. I think it's
Mm-mm.
more it's starting to get way more common, and especially due to the Quest 2 and the Quest now the Quest
Absolutely,
3,
absolutely.
the availability of those headsets and the like use cases of those headsets makes it so much more available for everyone. And for in VRChat's case, to reach out to people when they started like experimenting with being accessible on mobile and stuff as well, I think that opened up a whole other can of worms.
Yeah. Yeah, like
But
whatever you think about, the Quest influx and all the kids coming in with their quests,
every
like
year around Christmas,
yeah, whatever you think about that, it is great exposure for VR and VR chat
yeah, yeah,
especially,
absolutely,
and
yeah,
also like TikTok, because we're starting to see more and more. VR chat content like be mainstream, especially like, Jufa with her Marcus character in the Gator
Oh God,
lobby.
yeah,
Like that got a
yeah,
lot of traction in mainstream TikTok.
absolutely,
And so yeah,
absolutely.
we're starting to see it become more of just like it may be, kind of a novelty to people a lot of times still,
Mm,
but it's got more recognition than it used to.
yeah. Oh, absolutely, absolutely. But yeah, to answer the question, I started out in COVID. Yeah, that's how I started out VR chat.
So did when you were just the desktop soundboard player, um did you stick around with those friends when you came back as full body? Because it sounded like you had like a gap in between there because you kind of fell out of it. Did you like
No,
complete?
that was in the very beginning where I fell out of it.
Okay,
That was
okay.
before I actually like got into it in
Oh,
at all.
okay, okay.
Um, so when COVID started, like came back to VR chat as a deskie, and then I like stuck to it this time, and I started meeting some people and started to hang out with some people, and I actually got involved in a pretty big friend group. Um, and then after a while, I got myself my first VR headset. Um, without telling, doing the typical without saying anything to anyone,
Right,
and then
just
all of a
showing
sudden one
up.
day I was like, "Hello." But yeah, I went questy. Well, I didn't go questy. I still played on PC, so I was like via virtual desktop. Um, and then I had that for probably I think a year and a half or so, and then I bought my like first like genuine gaming PC. And while doing that, I also got the index and trackers and everything. So I got everything in one go,
Just went
and that
all
was
in.
also yeah. I was like, if I'm gonna spend this amount of money, I might as well just spend a little bit extra and then just get the whole VR shebang too. And then I could finally experience VR chat in full body tracking and everything, and with the knuckles controllers that are still to this day. I think these are the best controllers you can have for
Yeah,
VR.
yeah. I think it's the go-to for a lot of people.
Yeah,
If they can get it, of course.
yeah, yeah. They're pretty pricey, sadly.
So what was it that really kept you around when you came back to it? Was it just that you did find people that you got along
Yeah, I
with,
think it was the
and it
people.
wasn't the first time? The first time you just didn't find anyone?
Yeah, exactly. First time I was completely lost in a world that never really like been to before. And back then also there wasn't that much content in VR chat. So I think that was also one of the things when I came back to it. It was like the community had already become so much bigger,
Yeah.
and like there were so many more worlds to explore. There were more features in the game. There were and like in general, yes, way more people as well. So that meant the whole experience was so much better when I came back to it, and I think that's why I stuck with it.
So what
I
kind?
guess that was also the time when like clubbing and that started out to be more like serious.
So is that something you did at all? I know you said you're not really familiar with like the clubbing scene as much now, but
Yeah,
did you do it
no,
back in the day at all?
no, I didn't really do the clubbing scene that much. I tagged along with some of the friends in the group that went clubbing every now and then, but it like sadly, back then, the PC, or actually gaming laptop that I had, was struggling so bad. So like going to all those bigger events was like yay, I have 0.005 FPS in here. Yay, this is so fun.
Yeah, right.
So I usually didn't go to the big events, sadly, but and I tried to do it when I finally got the PC that I have now. Um, but I don't know. I'm not a big events person. It
That's
gets a
fair.
little bit too chaotic for me sometimes.
So we are at the point now, we're at the 2 hour mark. So depending on how you're feeling, because I feel like there is still plenty of us to talk about and keep going into overtime. But if you, I know it's late for you, if you are getting like tired or if you're wanting to start wrapping up, we can start
No, I
winding.
had a Celsius, so
Okay,
I'm good.
perfect, perfect. Then we will go into overtime. We will keep it going until we're done, whenever that may be. Hi
Mm-hmm.
Fluff, how are you doing? Shadow your desktop VR and it works for you. Yeah, yeah, like different people have their different desires and needs from VR. Like for me, I cannot play VR chat if I'm not in full body. Like
Yeah, same.
when I decided get I was gonna get in VR chat and start playing, I went all in. I didn't even have a desktop computer at the time, so I just, spent thousands of dollars to get a computer, a VR compatible computer, get full body tracking and the index, whole thing.
Yeah.
And like if I can't have like my legs, for instance, I'm just not gonna play VR chat at the time.
No.
It just doesn't feel right to me. But then there's other
Which
people
is a
who,
funny thing to say, actually, but yeah, it is like that.
yeah, yeah.
It's like they say, once you go full body, you never go back.
But like some people, they're completely fine with just like desktop no VR because they just care about the conversation or something.
Also, these days, you actually have the opportunity, even in desktop, to
Yeah,
actually
yeah,
be able to move your hands and have eye tracking and face tracking. You
yeah.
weren't able to do that in the beginning. So that is also like honestly one of the
Hi,
bigger
Roka. Welcome
and
in.
better features that they've added. Did I hear a Roka?
Yeah, Roka popped in. Oh, you've been here from the start, but shh. Okay, I'll keep
Oh,
your
I see, I
secret. I'll
see.
keep your secret.
Hi, Roka.
Zay, you've been so busy, not been on VR. The reason is because, yeah, yeah, no, it sounds like you've been busy, Zay. But yeah, like, you're welcome, Roka. Hello, the other person. You're the other person.
Yeah.
The sneer that went along with that was perfect. Um. Oh, I lost my train of thought. Hi, Apple. Let's see. We were talking about. Oh, right. Yeah. Just different people have different desires from VR chat, and like some people just want the social ambience. Like, um, back in the day, desktop mutes used to get so much crap from people. Like people were really mean to desktop mutes. I don't remember if you remember that
Yeah.
back in the day,
No, yeah, they
cuz
made sure to crash you and yeah.
'Cause like
They don't social things.
it was before the chat boxes, so essentially if you were a desktop mute back in those days, you just weren't doing anything. You might as well have been a piece of furniture as far as some people were concerned. And so there would be a lot of like bullying and harassment towards them. Now it's not so bad because we do have the chat boxes and like V was saying, there's the hand tracking and face tracking and stuff that you can use with a webcam. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, some people just like the social ambience. Like, I've got a few friends in VR who they they just come in and they hang out. They don't really do a whole lot of interacting. They just want to chill and vibe. Um
Yeah. What was gonna be a part of it?
yeah, yeah. Um oh, right. I wanted to ask, did you said you weren't much for like events and stuff. What kind of what kind of stuff did you do? Was it just hanging out with friends? Did you explore? Did you mirror dwell? What was what was early VR chat life like for?
For me, it was yeah. For me, it was mostly mirror dwelling and just hanging out with friends.
I think
Like
that
the majority of the people that I met back then
good night,
was mirror
Narevian.
dwellers themselves. Night night, Rabian. So yeah, that was the early days, and it was like the friend group back then was like probably like a good 20 plus people, and when
It's a
everybody
pretty
was
hefty
hanging out,
group.
that was yeah, it was pretty intense at times, but it was a lot of fun, a lot of fun.
I think
And these days, I'm not even sure if like 98% of them even play VR chat anymore.
it happens. Like I don't really interact with a good chunk of the original people I started hanging out with when I first started being social in VR chat. And I think a big part of it was due to like me growing because I was still like finding myself. But
Mm.
it's kind of along the same lines as with the Twitch viewers who, come and go. Like in the online space, it's something that happens. You go through different friend groups and it makes the ones who stick around that much more special, I think.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Warby VR chat with no chat, who even made that? So so the idea was that most people would be talking in
Yeah,
VR chat, but it actually
imagine
became a problem.
talking on a social platform.
Right, right. It kind of became a thing that people would say, not just to the desktop mutes, but even VR mutes would not always be welcome in all VR
No.
spaces. Like they're a lot more um, welcome and accepted now, but you would hear people say things like it's called VR chat, not VR mute, and just like, be really
Mm.
mean about the whole thing and not understand that different people got those different social needs out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think it's due in big part, honestly, to the stream community, that Mute started to get more acceptance in VR chat.
Yeah,
That and having the chat box really helped a lot too when that finally came around. Um, but yeah, seeing so many Mute streamers um, really normalized it. Did you ever
oh yeah, for sure.
did you ever think about being a Mute streamer? Just like random curiosity question.
No, no, actually not. I did understand that the like and people that follow me, they know that my like I absolutely don't like I don't have any negative thoughts about people that are streaming that are mutes, and so I don't. Yeah, it's it's a thing on
The
our
wiggle
in my community.
mutes.
Yeah, like the wiggle mutes. That's like we say like we call it. It's the speed run for success when streaming VR
Like,
chat.
you're not
That's just the
wrong.
meta. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
And it's like if you want to do that, you do that, and that is totally fine.
And that's not to say it
There's always going
doesn't
to be a
take
bunch of people that are
talent. You know, like, there's some very talented
exactly.
wiggle
I mean, if you're
mutes.
completely fucking useless at it, you're not going to be you're not going to be
Absolutely.
successful. But no, I knew that that was going to be the big like the easiest way for success as a live streamer on on with VR chat, but that's not what I wanted to be. I wanted to be well, I like what you have now.
Hi, Roku. Yeah, like, I actually did think at first, and like this was years before I actually started streaming. Like when I first got VR chat, I had intentions to try and be a mute streamer, and this was I want to say kind of before the wiggle mutes really took off as much as they did. Like most of the mutes I saw were like Gator Lobby mutes who were more involved in like
Mm,
RP and just wandering around and stuff. Um, but yeah, I was very afraid of talking on stream, voice dysphoria and all that. Like, I know. Look at me
yeah.
now. Like, I'm I'm a yapper streamer. But yeah,
Hmm.
I actually originally planned on being a mute streamer before I realized I wasn't very good at it. I um
It's not for everyone for sure.
no, no. And yeah, you're totally spot on that wiggle mutes, they are the meta, it's the speed run, but if you're not good at it, it's not gonna last, you know? It doesn't it's
No.
that slow build up gets you kind of a more of a loyalty, I think. Um,
Yeah.
because the
Yeah.
faster your growth, and it's not even just in the VR chat space. It's like in any stream category. The faster you grow, the more volatile it's gonna be. Like,
Yeah. It can either the community can get out of control and it gets like chaotic, and I've noticed like over the year and a half that I've been streaming VR chat, I've noticed that I've seen so many wiggle mute streamers that have
thank you,
started
Rager.
and they have disappeared in
Yeah.
that time. I think I have at least a handful of people that I know have started out. They grew fast as hell. They went to like 1K. Some of them are like went even further up to like almost 5K within just like we're talking months. And poof, they're all gone.
It's exhausting, and
I think
you
so.
hit
I
that
think it's like it
burnout.
gets out of control for like pretty quickly when you grow that fast. And also, yeah, it's hard to keep that, you know, stand there dancing and wiggling around for like 8 hours a day. Uh, that's that's pretty demanding.
I think a lot of streamers also, at least in the VR chat category, I don't know about like as a whole, but I think a lot of VR chat streamers are also even if they're pretty social, they're still quite introverted or socially anxious. It's like a very common thing, I think, in VR chat streamers. And so having all of a sudden a bunch of people's eyes on you, that can be like incredibly scary when you're not used to it. I mean, even if you're not an
Yeah.
introvert, but especially if you are.
Oh yeah,
Um,
for sure.
Mew, a
I
lot of
mean, I
people.
still get super nervous if I get a big raid.
Oh my gosh, right? Yeah, like no, I always feel the pressure. Like
Yeah.
even if it's someone I know, like the other day I got, some of you were probably here. I got a raid from Aerith VR, who,
Oh yeah, yeah,
is kind of a casual stream friend. Like I pop into her stream every now and then. She pops into mine.
yeah. Yeah.
But she's a wiggle mute, and
Mm-hmm.
she rated with like 85 people, which is way more than my normal. Um, and it's a little stressful because you always expect a drop off, but you're like, okay, like I want to try to maintain as much of this as I can, and it kind of
Yeah,
puts the
yeah, for sure.
pressure on to like put your best foot forward, and sometimes you're just like, oh my gosh, I'm like not feeling it today. Like this is not one of my better streams, and you're like, please don't judge me for it. But yeah, I always really appreciate the raids though, and I think that's a big part of growing, is making those network
Yeah.
connections.
Oh yeah, for
Head
sure.
pats for V, absolutely Rager.
Ooh.
Rager has redeemed head pats for you. Um, okay, Mew. A lot of people relied on those mods for communication, better graphics, etc. Oh, the anti cheat. Yeah, I didn't see where that conversation started in chat, but yeah, I was the introduction of the anti cheat was like a lot
That
of
was a
drama.
received. Yeah, that was a. I think a lot of extremely unnecessary drama.
This is true. This
Because,
is true.
like, it doesn't necessarily. Like, the way VR chat is growing
Thanks for
and
the
where
lurk, HR.
in the direction it's going, I think it was the. I understand that a lot of people got annoyed by losing all those lovely mods. Like I was one of them. I used a
Yeah,
shit ton of those mods as well.
there were a lot of
Um,
beneficial ones.
yeah, yeah. But it was like I called it pretty early on, and I
Hi,
said
Rain.
like we're gonna see probably 90% of all these mods in VR chat.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
give it a few months, and I bet you we're gonna have like most of them. And sure enough, they started introducing the personal mirrors. They started introducing the updated camera system. They started doing the like more and more and more and more things that was mods. They're now integrated into VR chat. But also, I think that's also we have the modding community to thank for that.
absolutely.
Actually, as well.
And
So
it would have been nice if they had that stuff implemented before they took away all the mod access.
yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
More head
Would
pats
have
for
been nicer
V.
with a
Okay,
smoother
okay.
transition. Oh,
Jack
even
wants
more
to,
headpads.
yeah, Jack wants to give you more head pats. um yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about like the techie stuff to really um know much about the anti-cheat stuff, but I do know that ever since it came in, it's given me problems here and there with booting up VR chat. And sometimes I
Hmm.
have zero idea what's getting in the way of it. Like it just starts freaking out for whatever reason, and I restart my computer and it works fine. But
Yeah,
like
yeah.
I don't know,
It's weird.
it can be a pain for sure. Thank you for the lurk,
Yeah.
K Play. Project Clickstrol is going well. She went on a bathroom break after me and Mika. Okay. I'm not even gonna address that. No, no. Yeah, no, but Mew says I get why because of the Avatar Rippers. And that's still a
Mm,
problem, though. Like, the
Ripper's
Rippers,
still
the
like
Rippers are
anti-cheat is
still,
not difficult to go through,
yeah, yeah. Like,
sadly.
it does get rid of, like, some of the surface level, people who, like, don't want to put in a lot of effort. It's like
Yeah.
putting up a gate that can be climbed, but it's still going to dissuade some people.
Yeah, yeah. If the hackers and the people that want to ruin your day, they always find a way. That's
Mm,
just the way it's gonna be.
yeah,
Doesn't matter
yeah.
how many types of anti-cheats or whatever you put up there, they will always find a way.
So I think we're gonna start not completely winding down, but we're gonna start like working towards our wind down. So I wanted
Mm.
to kind of get to our closing with talking about what you want to see for your stream in the future. Like, do you have any plans or things you want to see changed, and not just with the stream but with your community as a whole?
I actually thought about this specific question like beforehand, and I was like, do I actually have like a good answer to this one? And I
I
wasn't like,
totally fine if you don't. Like,
Yeah, no, but like future plans are, well, I know a large portion of the people that are following me and supporting me, they really want me to reach partner
I mean,
and
I think you could totally
eventually
make it.
even if I feel like it's so far out of reach, but like knowing how in the direction we are going, if it keeps on going the way that it's been developing, uh, I'd probably within. I don't see it happening this year, but I think 2027 could be the year in that case for us when eventually reach partner.
I mean, it's hard to
Um,
tell sometimes because you never know like when you're gonna just kind of plateau
it,
or when growth is gonna
yeah,
start crawling. But
yeah, exactly. It's been because it is always a little bit of a roller coaster.
I do think though, because you have that professional stream vibe, whether it's, the setup and your personality, you've got that professional feel, you've got the passionate community, you've got the drive to make it better. Like, I think if you decided you wanted to make a concentrated push for it, I think you could get there by the end of the year. And, that's taking that I have no idea what I'm talking about with most of that stuff. This is very much from an outsider perspective, but yeah, like, no, you have a very solid stream and community. Like, maybe you won't get there this year. I think you could, but I think as long as you don't give up, you will get there eventually.
Yeah, I think like my goal, my personal like for more realistic goal, like for me, I am like aiming for 2027 to be like the year that I could reach partner.
Yeah, it's
Um,
definitely a safer goal.
yeah, yeah. And I mean, if it happens sooner, I mean, I'm definitely
Who's
not
gonna
gonna complain about
complain?
that. Like, oh fuck, I reached my goal way too soon.
Darn, you
That
guys, you need
that
to tone down the support. We're ahead of schedule.
yeah. And I mean, people have also been like saying that they would love to see me do this full time, and that's also been something that I've actually been like thinking about a lot. If like, is that a thing that I would want to do eventually? Because that's
Mhm.
also like always the huge risk that
Oh,
then it
absolutely.
goes from being the fun hobby that it is right now, because I still have this as a hobby since like I said earlier, I work full time,
Yeah.
40 hours a
Yeah.
week, and all the other stuff going on around that on top of it. uh but then having this as my quote unquote job, would that take the fun out of it? There's always
It's
that like fine
yeah.
line in there.
Yeah.
So it's like I haven't really decided on that yet, if I'm like willing to actually go that far. But I mean,
It's a big decision.
sure, it is, right? Because at the same time, like if I would were to, I've always said this: the day when I have a bigger payout from Twitch than my job actually pays, then that's the day that where I could like, hmm, should we go full time on this?
Yeah.
Because then I
Yeah.
know that I would be able to survive on the actual revenue that I make from here. But then
As
again,
long as it's
who knows? In
consistent.
3 months, you might be fucking canceled for some random stuff,
Yeah.
or like
It's
I don't see myself getting canceled, but you know it can,
things
your
happen.
popularity can
It's
just disappear overnight.
people
Sadly,
are
that's just the
fickle.
way social media works. Yeah, yeah.
Um
Tweet about the wrong thing and you can.
so George says, don't challenge us. VU has a community ready to help you. And yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Like,
that's
you guys would
I love that
totally
so much.
be supportive. Um,
Yeah,
but yeah, like, there's definitely a lot to consider in whether you go full time. Like, you have your day job, which for most people at least is something stable. In the States, at least, it gives us insurance a lot of the times. Like, there's a lot of people over here who get our health insurance through our jobs. Um,
mm,
and then, like, working working full time with streaming is not just like 8 hours a day necessarily, because there ends up, if you're doing it full time, you end up having like a lot of other things you do to maintain your stream's
exactly.
quality, whether it's like
Yeah,
clipping, uploads, planning special stream events. So, yeah, it is such a huge decision. Have you ever considered like the a midway point where it's like going part time at your day job, and if
yeah.
that's possible?
That's probably the route that I would go in that case. Like, start working. Either take a like the at the place where I work, they do have like weekend shifts, but that's also like a thing because like I don't want to be at work while everybody else is free.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So it's like I'd rather work during the weekdays in that case, and if I could do it like you said, like maybe I could do it 50%. That would be, and then I could maybe work or maybe 75% or something in the
Yeah.
beginning, like maybe Monday to Wednesday or something like that. If that would be doable, I'm not sure, but it would be an option for sure. Because like I said, I do enjoy the live streaming, and I do enjoy spending time on stuff like this way more than just
Yeah.
a regular, you know, 7 to 4 job.
it's much more, and you know, I'm guessing you probably feel the same way, but you know, let me know if not. Like, for me at least, it's way more fulfilling than my day job. Like, you know, day job,
Yeah,
I get it. It's, you know, it's a paid job for a reason. They need
it's a
something done.
necessity more than anything.
Yeah. But then, you know, I come on to stream with you guys, and you know, I feel like I'm actually doing something, like I'm making someone's day a little brighter. And you know, maybe that's
Yeah.
presumptuous to a degree, but like, you know, you guys are
No,
showing
but
up for a reason. Like, you know,
yeah.
I'm making your days a little brighter. I'm maybe offering you a community that you wouldn't have the social outlet otherwise, or feel like you belong otherwise. And all of that is just so, like, that is way more worth it to me than, you know, going and changing prices at the retail store I work at, you know? But
Yeah.
at the same time, it doesn't pay the bills the same. And so yeah,
No, it's a difficult and fine balance, I guess. Eventually, when you get to the point, it's gonna be like also it would be a huge luxury to be able to. Why do I keep pushing that? It would become a huge luxury to actually be able to do this like full time.
yeah, for sure, for sure. But I think we are going to wrap up here. If you guys have any final questions, shout them out now. Otherwise, you know where to find both of us. We've got V's channel at the top of the chat. It's pinned up there, so you guys can go follow if you haven't already. If you haven't by this point, like, what are you doing? Come on, get with it. And then, my schedule is down below. I stream 5 days a week. V streams 4. Do you have your schedule on your Twitch page?
I have my schedule on my Twitch page, in my Discord, and I think I even have it in my VR chat group too.
Perfect. So, go check out V's stuff. Check out mine if you want. And I'm not seeing any more questions pop up, so I think we're gonna wrap it up. We'll find someone to raid. If you have any people
Ooh,
you want to raid, we can do that. Otherwise, I will see who we've got on my
let's
end.
see if I have anyone.
And let me see
Um,
how many people we have to work with. I usually try to raid down if I can, but Okay,
mm,
so looks like 34 people is what I'm showing up with on Twitch. But on Streamlabs it says 41, so somewhere in that range.
yeah, it's always
No, I do.
kind of iffy.
Yeah, I do not trust Twitch's viewer counts, cuz like so many times, like I've
Nah, it's so bad.
I've looked like in the actual like viewer list, and I'm like, okay, there's definitely more than it's saying in the count. But yeah, so like
Yeah,
we're looking at around 40.
I would say a pretty good turnout.
Yeah, no, you guys, thank you all for being here. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm guessing you did since you're here. Um I don't currently have another interview planned. I have a couple people in mind that I want to approach for interviews. And I've got Yumi Tasty on the short list. Like, Yumi has said that they're willing to do an interview, but they're also, once again, a European time zone, so it's a little funkier with the timing. I just need to get that all figured out. Let's see, who do we have here? Um, let's see. On my end, we could do Jen. She's probably gonna have way more viewers than we do in a matter of time. Um,
Yeah, she's been starting to pull some pretty serious numbers lately.
yeah, no, she's she's turned into just like a swimsuit streamer. Every time I see her,
Yep.
she's in her
Yeah, I see that. I've
swimsuit.
noticed that too. See,
It,
chat, take notes. That's also the next step.
it's
Not only mute wiggle streamers, bikini streams.
yes, and actually,
That also
actually
works.
speaking of, like, I'm planning on doing a subathon in March, and the last Avi outfit update I had Mino do for me. I had a swimsuit added, so I'm like, okay, maybe like this next subathon, maybe one of the goals is a swimsuit stream. And so
Mm,
I think that'll probably be. Hopefully, it's not a slippery slope because I don't want to do that all the time. But for a subathon reward, I think it'll.
it's good to have a mix and match with a bunch of different outfits. Like when
Yeah, yeah,
I'm done with this one is gonna have like I think probably like if you think about the bottom and top sections, it's gonna be customizable and like it's gonna be mix and match.
yeah,
I
yeah.
think there's gonna be like a good 30 outfits if
Oh
the
my gosh,
combinations are correct,
that's
and
really
then two
good.
different yeah, and two different bikinis as well. So, and I go for that because then, like, if I go to a cozy world, I can be cozy dressed, and if I go to like the world that Jen is in right now, the sea breeze one, well, bikini style,
And
so you can match your environment.
But yeah, I think unless you have someone that you particularly want to raid, I think Jen is gonna be my go-to today.
Yeah, no, I have Jen on there too, so
All right,
and she just started out basically, so you can.
perfect.
Oh,
Yeah, let's
what the heck is going on with my controllers? Hello.
let's go ahead and give Jen a little boost. And I'm sure like I at least have a pretty good viewer overlap with Jen. So I'm sure a lot of
Mm-hmm.
you are probably gonna head over there next anyway. So we'll just save you a trip. All right. Oh, hi, Adrian. It's good to see you. I'm sorry. Have you been lurking or did you just show up? Raid Gen X. Is it VR or VRC? VRC. All right. Perfect. Thank you all again so much for being here. Was a wonderful stream. Thank you, V, for agreeing to join us
Thank
today.
you for having me.
Of course, of course. It was the least I could do. Like, honestly, it was long overdue. Like, we've had this like stream back and forth where like I don't even remember how we met. I feel like either I popped into your chat at one point or you rated me at one point and that's how it all started. But
I think I
don't
rated you.
that
I think I
sounds
rated you
right.
because, yeah, one of the people that was like the one that linked us together, I think I got recommended. I think I got you recommended, and that's how it started.
All right. Well, whoever did it, good call, because it kicked off all of this. Oh, I'm running out
Mm-hmm.
of time. All right. Thank you,
Oh,
everyone. Go eat some good food, drink lots of water, be good to yourselves and each other. Have fun with Jen. Go check out V if you
give
have
Jen lots
not
of love.
already. Yes, lots of love for Jen. We love Jen. Jen has been a longtime
Mm-hmm.
friend of the stream as well. All right. I love you all. Bye, everyone.